you don't need their approval. You need to start approving of yourself. How much of your life has been spent waiting for someone to validate your choices, waiting for people to say, yes, you're good enough, waiting for permission to be yourself? But what if I told you that waiting is the very thing holding you back? Because the truth is, you'll never feel truly free until you realize this one thing. Since the moment we take our first steps, we're trained to seek approval from our parents, our teachers, our friends. It becomes second nature. As kids, we get rewarded when we behave a certain way, and we're punished when we don't. We learn quickly that approval equals love, that validation means we belong. And so, we carry this into adulthood, always looking outward for confirmation that we're enough. We work jobs we hate because society says it's responsible. We chase relationships that drain us because we fear being alone. We dress, talk, and live in a way that fits the mold just to avoid judgment. But here's the hard truth. No matter how much you do, no matter how hard you try, you will never please everyone. One person will think you're too loud. Another will think you're too quiet. One will say you're too ambitious, while someone else says you don't try hard enough. And if you keep living for their approval, you'll die exhausted, without ever having lived for yourself. Let me ask you something. How many times have you said yes when you really wanted to say no? How many dreams have you abandoned because someone told you they weren't realistic? How much of your true self have you buried just to fit in? Every time you silence yourself to avoid judgment, you lose a piece of your own identity. Every time you prioritize what they want over what you need, you shrink. And here's the most painful part. Even if you sacrifice everything to gain their approval, it will never be enough. Because the moment you change to please them, they'll find something else to criticize. So, tell me, if you're never going to win their approval anyway, why not just approve of yourself? Imagine this. You walk into a room not with the thought, will they like me? But with the question, do I like them? Imagine making choices not based on what looks good to others, but on what feels right to you. When you stop seeking approval, you gain something far greater. Freedom. Freedom to speak your truth. Freedom to follow your own path. Freedom to live a life that actually makes you happy. Because confidence doesn't come from how many people like you. Confidence comes from knowing that even if no one else approves of you, you approve of yourself. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how do I stop caring about what people think? It's not easy. Years of conditioning don't disappear overnight. But here are 3 things you can do, starting today, to break free. Step 1. Stop giving power to opinions that don't matter. Before you let someone's judgment shake you, ask yourself, does this person's opinion pay my bills? Does their approval bring me peace? Do they even have their life together? The reality? Most people are too busy worrying about themselves to be thinking about you as much as you fear. Step 2. Set standards based on what truly fulfills you. What do you want out of life? Not what your parents expect, not what society says is normal. What actually sets your soul on fire? Make decisions based on that. Not trends, not likes, not the fear of judgment. Just what genuinely makes you happy. Step 3. Celebrate yourself, even when no one else does. Learn to clap for yourself. Learn to say, I'm proud of me, even when no one else is watching. Because self-respect is built from the inside out. And when you respect yourself, the need for approval fades away. Here's the truth. You will never be able to control what people think of you, but you can control what you think of yourself. And when you finally approve of yourself, you unlock a level of peace, power, and confidence that no external validation can ever give you. So, the next time you catch yourself waiting for someone else's approval, ask yourself, why? You don't need their approval. You need to approve of yourself. If this message hit home, tap that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today.